Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Season Keepers, the show where the only two people we recommend keeping for the season is us. My name's Matt, aka Clean Sheet White Pelt.
My name's James, aka SK James FPL.
We're back, James.
We are, yeah, we're back.
Yeah,
3 hits played by both of us.
absolutely. Yeah. So sorry to everyone that's obviously missed us. Life's kind of got in the way the last couple of game weeks, and with the short turnaround, there's been a day between game weeks. It's just been almost impossible for us to pod. But thankfully, we got the international break. We had a short game week, and we thought we'd come back. And obviously, we really appreciate those that have DM'd us and messaged us on Twitter, just asking how we are. We're absolutely fine, and hopefully, you guys enjoy the latest podcast. So, as we said, James, it was a very, very short game week, wasn't it?
Oh, it really was, and got off to quite a dramatic start.
It really did. Yeah, I went to see Batman on Friday, and
I wish I did.
yeah, I was there, and I thought, I needed the loo. It was like a 3 hour film, fuck me. But about halfway through, I went to the loo and saw Wolves 2-0 up. Happy days, I've got basically triple Wolves defence in this free hit. I was counting the clean sheets, mate. Came out again, saw that you had texted me 4 times saying Matt's not going to have a fucking clue what's happened here, and I saw Leeds 1-3-2. So I'm guessing you watched it, mate. So I'll let you talk about this game.
Yeah, I did, and yeah, it started okay. I was a bit annoyed that obviously Jimenez wasn't involved in the attacking returns, but I can deal with that. I was like, yeah, I should be on for a clean sheet, double clean sheet here. But obviously, it all starts to go wrong with that Jimenez red, which is obviously 2 yellows.
Yeah,
The second yellow, it's never a yellow. It's just a coming together of two players. It's just a free kick and move on, or even a drop ball.
it's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, and that obviously changed the game. Gave Leeds hope. They obviously pulled one back, and then obviously got even more hope. And obviously it came to it, and it was Ailing providing the winner with a quite Robbie Keane-esque
Oh yeah,
celebration.
I mean, it feels shameful to even credit that kind of celebration to Robbie Keane because it was an awful effort.
Yeah, it was.
Really bad.
I mean, it could have been worse for me. At one stage, I thought that Cody had scored an own goal, but thankfully, it was just about going in anyway.
Mm.
I think it was Rodrigo's effort. I think it might have been.
Yeah, that would
Uh,
have bloody kicked me right up the arse if I came out of there
yeah,
and saw Cody bloody own goal.
it was a brilliant game. So, as a football fan, I was well happy. Brilliant game. But as an
Mm.
FPL player, I was just furious.
Yeah, it's not great for Wolves though. You're cruising 2-0, and yeah, I know Jimenez goes off, and they're probably a bit annoyed because like you said, and I've seen the replays. It's definitely not a second yellow. In fact, I thought Meslier probably should have been booked for it. So he's gone off injured in the case, and then I think it was a Klaassen came on for him, but then they can't capitulate in the manner that they did. To be 2-0 up, lose a man, and then go basically concede 3 goals in 30 minutes. It's not great.
No, it's not great. They really should have just shut up shop as soon as he got sent off, and they couldn't do it. I guess Leeds do press and are a very sort of ferocious team in their attacking. So they obviously took full advantage of the having 10 men
Yeah.
for Wolves. But yeah, it's just very frustrating. Was expecting a Wolves clean sheet, maybe a Leeds goal, but for them to concede three, it was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, it wasn't great. And then obviously for those, including ourselves, obviously we free hitted, we've brought Wolves in, but there's a lot of people out there that obviously built towards blank game week 30. From particularly those, I guess, that wild carded maybe back in 26, and then would have had the triple up. And I've seen a lot of people, obviously, with Jimenez, a lot of people with the likes of Max Kilman didn't even turn up. That seems to be the talk of this game week, obviously, in this game particularly. Kilman was on the bench and Rafinha didn't turn up with COVID. So that's two players that a lot of people owned prior to this game week that went missing. And we'll come on to a couple of the other games soon. And obviously, seems to be similar circumstances across pretty much all 4 games.
Yeah, that would have hurt a lot of people.
Big time. The player I was quite impressed with, just seeing the highlights of match of the day, was Trincao. Obviously
Yeah,
came
oh
on.
god, he was brilliant.
Yeah, seemed
Yeah.
involved in pretty much everything Wolves did. Obviously got himself the goal and the assist. As much as he impressed, I don't think he could really be an option because obviously we now know that Wolves blank in game week 33 as well. So yeah, he's a midfielder. He's what 5.6 mil, I think it is. Yeah, just looking now. It's Villa at home, Newcastle away, blank, Burnley away, Brighton at home. For those that are maybe free hitting in 33, I guess, and you're looking to cost save, I think they're four decent fixtures for Wolves. And providing obviously we now know that I think Jimenez is suspended for 2 games. If Trincao can get a run in the team for maybe 3 or 4 games, I think it'd be a good option. But it's one hell of a gamble.
Yeah, he's a very good player, and if his minutes were nailed, then yeah, he'd be a bit more tempting. But
Yeah,
with that, and obviously the fixture, the blank coming up, it's yeah, not really something I'm going to consider.
nah, not particularly. Apologies for anyone that can hear me dog barking in the background. I've just put him to bed, and I don't think he's particularly happy about it. We'll carry on, but I might have to sort him in a minute. Um,
Yep.
so moving on, then it was the Saturday game, and it was obviously Aston Villa against Arsenal, and it was Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 1.
Yeah, decent game. Obviously, no Ramsdale in this one. It was Leno that stepped in, and he did a great job. Obviously, he's not really complained that he's not been playing, but yeah, filled that slot perfectly, and was obviously impressed with Saka. He's been sort of moaning a bit that he gets kicked quite a bit in the
Yeah,
Premier League, and I can sort of understand his frustration.
I know, and I saw Gerard's comments about that, and I didn't think they were
Yeah,
particularly great from him. Like,
well,
come
I don't
on.
think that really. I don't think that really supports his argument. If anything, I feel like that supports Saka's argument. Having
Yeah,
pins in your legs, surely that's not a good idea. That's we want to prevent that.
exactly. Yeah, it's not great. The fact that Saka's a young lad, he's an English lad. You'd think Gerard would back him, but yeah, to make those kind of comments, I don't think it was particularly wise from Gerard. But obviously, Saka got the winning goal here, with Martinelli's absence, I think it was. Obviously missing, and like you said, Ramsdale. So yeah, he stepped up to the plate, got the winner, and what was a tight game, I guess Arsenal just about pulled through.
Yeah, they did, and I actually kind of fancied a Villa clean sheet ahead of kickoff for this game. Hence why I had Cash and also Coutinho on my
Mm.
free hit. I'm a little bit annoyed though because my first draft I had Gabriel and Coutinho, but then I thought that would be silly because obviously if Coutinho scores, he ruins Gabriel's clean sheet. But then at the same time, obviously it hedges your bets.
Yeah,
Coutinho doesn't score, chances are hopefully Arsenal would have a clean sheet. But
I was a little
it's
bit
hard.
pissed off with myself on this one because there were the kind of rumours going round about Ramsdale potentially missing out before the deadline. And I thought, okay, well, just in case, I'll have obviously Sarr on the bench and he can come on. But I really fancied Arsenal for the clean sheet. So what I should have
Oh,
done
you
is
could have
just, I should have
Leno,
just,
yeah.
yeah, I should have either gone Leno, and then that way it would have covered me just in case. Or I was really tempted to drop 8 euro for Gabriel, and then obviously I would have had the double clean sheet there. But it is what it is. Obviously, the next game then was the Leicester game, and another one in which a lot of us free hitters punted on. In anybody that went with Madison or Barnes, you were rewarded because it was Leicester 2, Brentford 1.
Yeah, thankfully I punted on both of them. Both of them because I couldn't pick which one was going to sort of return. I thought if I pick Barnes, Madison will return. If I pick Madison, Barnes will return. I think I've said the same thing twice, but you know what I mean. And so I covered bases, and thankfully they both returned, which I was obviously very happy with. Madison banging in a free kick, and Barnes getting an assist. So very
Yeah,
happy with that.
it it was another what could have been for me because I
Yeah,
had Madison and Barnes. I was going 3-5-2, and I had Gelhart just sat there as a third striker, just in case he played. Um, and the news about Daka missing out meant that I thought, Nacho's nailed. He's going to play this one, so I brought him in. And had I stuck with Madison, I could have had an absolutely smashing game week. Obviously, I've missed out on
yeah.
8 points between the two of them. It's frustrating,
Mm.
but
I
I
thought that
took
was
the
a bit of a
punt.
trap. Like I saw everyone getting all excited on Twitter. I saw tweets that literally said, if you're playing your free hit this week and you don't have Ian Nacho, you don't know what you're doing. I was like,
Yeah,
fuck off.
I know. I didn't think it was that extreme, but I just thought, he's the type of player that there's no way I want to own him this season if I know I've got to carry him through the next game week. Whereas I thought it's
Mm.
Brentford, and I really fancied Leicester to win this one, and obviously they did. But I just thought it'd be a bit more involved, and he should have scored. Man, I didn't watch it live, but I've seen the replay of obviously him going through 1-on-1. What the fuck's he trying to do? Just casually chipping Raya, like just hit it. And yeah, like I think his XG must have been. Well, I fully expect it's probably more than Madison. With that
Mm.
one golden chance, and then the fact that Madders has obviously put that free kick top bins. He's probably up there with Prowsey now, isn't he? In terms of probably the top two free, like set piece takers in the league. Once again, yeah, he comes up with the goods and wins the game.
Yeah, yeah, great performance. I was a little bit gutted that Brentford scored because I had Schmeichel in goal,
Yeah, it was
but
unlucky.
I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, it was last minute clean sheet wipeout. It's typical.
Yeah,
Used to that. But yeah, I think it was. It's another one of those performances for Leicester that they're the kind of team that we want to punt on, but obviously they continue to then perform in the Europa League. In rotation still worries me. It's Man United away next, which is a concern. But the fixtures after that are pretty good. It's just knowing which players are going to turn up every week, and I really don't know because we've seen constant rotation between like probably the entire 5, 6 attacking players, and obviously Vardy's injured at the moment. But Nacho Adaka, you just don't know which one's going to turn up. They've got
no,
Lookman, it's Tielemans, Barnes, Madison. They've got cover. It's tricky.
I don't particularly want to go there. I think it was okay for a free hit, but I don't really want them in my team.
No, not yet. That Norwich home rearrangement will be quite key as to
Mm.
when and if I punt on them. And obviously, they're another one of those teams that now double in 33. And I do like their double. It's Newcastle away and Everton away, which we'll come on to later. Final game then, James, and this sounds weird given, we're 4 games in, but it's the last game of the week, and it was a cracker. It was Spurs 3, West Ham 1.
Yep, it was a cracker and it was a great result for free hitters.
Yeah.
I'd imagine people that weren't on a free hit probably had Kane or Son,
Yep.
and obviously free hitters most will have had Kane and Son,
Agreed.
maybe even a defender as well. I went for the triple attacking with Kulusevski as well.
Likewise.
First blank for him in a while. He's been quite consistent up to this point. But yeah, Kane and Son just showing what they can do. Obviously, Son's had a lot of criticism recently about his performances,
Mm.
but yeah, pulled a great performance out of the bag
Yeah,
in this one.
came good. It was, I think this basically defined whether the free hit was successful or not, because had these two players not performed, you're talking I'm missing out on 28 points there, and obviously inevitably we've captained one of them. I went Kane. I've seen a lot of people who had Son gamble that way. And yeah, so it's 26 points for Kane, 15 for Son. Had they not got those points, it would have been a terrible free hit. You would have been looking 30, 40 points and probably matched by most of those that didn't free hit. So yeah, I think this game, obviously last game of the week, it was key and it came good.
Yeah, agreed. They made the free hit what it is, and I guess wow, that's all my chips blown. Sadly,
Oof. So you don't have any now? No wild card, no
no,
bench, but
nothing.
fuck you now. Oh, James. Oh,
That's all right. That means I can just focus on week by week.
that's true. Yeah, well,
No, none of this saving this dude for bench boost in 36. None of that for me.
we'll quickly come on to our teams then I want to chat a little bit whilst we've got some time, seeing as there's only 4 games, about strategy and covering off what we now know to be, double game week 31. Not that it's great, and then double game week 33, with obviously the view that 36 and potentially 37 are going to be quite big doubles. But first things first, James, how did your free hit get on?
Yeah, I did okay. 65 points. The majority of the points across those Leicester midfielders and Spurs attackers. So 10 for Madison, 5 for Barnes, 15 for Son. captaincy Kane 26. Obviously, the low lights were the Wolves boys. So
Yeah.
Size, Jimenez, and Cody getting a grand total of, well, 0 points between them,
Oh God, yeah.
which is a
Jimenez.
piss take.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, and then Cash, Coutinho, and Kulusevski sort of bit disappointing on two. It's sort of a reasonable green arrow, up from 277 to 236k. So I'll take that.
Still pushing for that top 100k then.
Yeah, fuck it.
I ended up on 72 this week. Obviously similar to you, I went triple Wolves defence for a massive 3 points. The likes of Tierney, Saka, Barnes, Son, Kane, basically, saved the week because I had the likes of Kulusevski, Iheanacho, Ivan Toney. I gambled on that game being a decent game, and the two strikers didn't exactly thrill. But yeah, got Ben Rama sat third on my bench. I just thought, I've got the money, I'll get a decent midfielder in, and yeah, typical he was the one to score. But I can't complain. It's just a bit annoying that I'm now basically where I was 5 weeks ago. So 5 weeks ago I was at 69k, and then I had a horrible kind of red arrow down to 99k, saved it a little bit 94, and then back up to 66k. So it's just a little bit frustrating, but obviously I've kind of been going against those that wildcarded, those that were bench boosting. It was inevitable I might drop a little bit. Thankfully, the free hits kind of saved me, and unlike yourself, I've got a wild card and a bench boost to hand. So I think
Nice.
our strategies are going to be slightly different moving forward.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah, and talking about strategy then, James, obviously we know about all the way up to what, game week 33 now. So let's quickly
Yeah.
cover that whilst we're on the pod then. Game week 31, we now know that it's a double game week. That mighty double game week that we all love to jump on. Anybody that still owns Veghorst or Pope will be very happy because, Burnley have a double, but it's Manchester City at home and then Everton at home. And surely, James, surely this is the week that we all, captain or triple captain Jordan Pickford. West Ham away, Burnley away.
Never. No, 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 no.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've only actually got one double game week player, and I'm not really that bothered about it.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I wouldn't be bothered about hopping onto it either.
Nope,
This double isn't exciting at all.
no.
With
Especially with the
regards to
fixtures.
strategy, yeah, yeah, exactly. Not great fixtures from not a great team, so it's not of interest.
It, exactly.
Strategy is going to be more interesting in your part because you've actually got chips to use. Mine will be just sort of
Get
managing my
get
way
by.
through it, fill in the blanks, having the essential kind of players for certain weeks, and sort of going through it like you normally plan,
Yeah,
basically.
agreed.
For you, what are you thinking?
Well, obviously, I'm ignoring entirely the game week 31 double because I think Arsenal, Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, they've all got great fixtures. And even Saints to an extent, Leeds away will be a good fixture. I'm not selling any one of those for an Everton player, for instance. And I don't particularly want to bring in a Burnley asset with that City game because, that could be a thumping. So I'm avoiding it. I've learnt my lesson, captaining the likes of Dennis and Veghorst. It's not happening again this season. Game week 32 is obviously standard. 33 is the biggie. And I'm not sure because a lot of people will be free hitting in this game week. I'm probably going to wildcard after this one because I think Leeds, Villa, and Wolves blank in game week 33. Now, a lot of wildcarders that went big on them in 26 have a dilemma now because they're going to have to start to move them on with obviously that blank coming up. There are doubles for United, Leicester, Arsenal, Brighton, Saints, Newcastle, and Burnley again in game week 33. Now, obviously, that then puts forward Nick Pope could be an option with Norwich in between the two doubles. So I wouldn't put people off maybe going someone like Pope, saved here as well as possibly clean sheets Everton, Norwich. You never know. Burnley are fighting. Saints, I've got Broya. I think that'll be the only one I've got for that double. Brighton, I'm not touching. Arsenal, I might double up, even though it's Saints and Chelsea. Leicester is the one that I think people have got a decision to make, particularly if they're not on a free hit, because it's Newcastle away and Everton away. and I think they're too deep. It's probably the best double out of the lot. United have got Norwich at home, but then it's Liverpool away. So I think Leicester personally have the best double. It's just
Yeah.
whether we gamble on someone like Harvey Barnes or Madison. I've seen
Mm,
people even talking about the double up now. I think that's brave.
that's a bit much, I think.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go against going with one of them. And because Leeds blank, obviously I own Rafinha, and I've also got Bowen. Now there are rumours that Bowen has a fracture in his foot, so he's very likely to be out longer term. I could then quite easily move Bowen maybe this week to a Leicester asset, um, even though it's United. It might just get it done because Bowen's price is likely to drop, and I think people are going to go heavy on Leicester, so their prices might rise. And United away isn't the fixture it used to be, so Leicester could score.
No, that's true. Yeah,
So I think my
fair shout.
targets for game week 33 are very likely to be Leicester, Arsenal. Maybe I might bring in another Arsenal player. Um, Other than that, not sure. The likes of Newcastle, I think too much of a gamble. It's Leicester and Palace at home. Great fixtures again, but there are talk that I think Trippier might be coming back. Wilson might be getting back to fitness towards the mid to end of
Right.
April. You just don't know. So
Mm,
yeah, too much of a risk for me. After that, 34, 35, I'm very likely to wildcard with a view to bench boost in 36, but obviously we don't know about those doubles just yet, albeit it's very likely to be probably the biggest double game week of the season.
yeah, fair enough. It makes sense, that strategy.
Yeah, it's just my aim is still to finish probably ideally top 40k. I don't think I'm getting anywhere. Oh, top 40k because that beats my own record. I don't think I'm getting anywhere near your record, but I think that's long gone. But yeah, if I can beat my PB this season, I'll be happy.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, got to try. So obviously it's a couple of weeks away, James. We've got the international break before game week 31, but just quickly looking at the fixtures. For you, captaincy, who are you going to be on?
Uh, Salah, providing he's playing.
Yeah, I think it'll be Salah for me. I think Izio, even though it's a single, most people surely are going to captain Salah at home to
I'm not going
Watford.
over bloody Reghorst over
Exactly,
Salah.
that's what I mean. Like, yeah, it's all well and good. These guys have got doubles, but we're unlikely to even captain them because I think Salah probably massively outscores Vedkorst in one game than he will across two. So yeah, this is what I'm saying about game week 31. I think the whole double game week can be bigged up a bit, but I'm looking at my team in front of me and there isn't a single player in my starting 11 that I want to change for that week. They've all got brilliant fixtures, and those that do play away, it's Burnley away and Leeds away. I don't think they're fixtures to be scared of.
No, no, not at all.
Right then. Well, hopefully that gives you guys a bit of food for thought, and obviously, it's great to be back and talking about FPL. Um, we'll probably give next week a bit of a miss because there's no FPL, and we may come back to you with a preview potentially before 31. If not, we'll definitely be back after 31. So, as always, James, it is a goodbye from me.
Bye from me.
Cheers, guys.